These second college football playoff rankings have been released. This is my reaction and my biggest takeaways from it heading into week 12. The top 5 is the same as last week. I still have a stronger case that A&M should jump Indiana, especially after what happened this weekend. 4 Bama, Georgia at 5, I like. They both have big games this weekend. If Alabama were to lose against Oklahoma and win out, they're firmly in the playoff. Now, if Georgia were to lose against Texas, it would put a lot more pressure on that Georgia Tech game the last week of the season. But if Georgia wins this game, I think it's fair to say that they're going to have a seed in the playoff. I like that Texas Tech jumps from 8 to 6, jumping over Ole Miss. A convincing win over BYU, even though BYU is probably a little overranked. They were undefeated, 7th in the country. It was deserving. Oregon, Notre Dame, Texas, and Oklahoma all move up 1 spot. I think Texas has to win out in order to make the playoff. I think if they split them, then we have the discussion, we have the argument, but just take care of business this weekend against Georgia. You control your path. I do think this is a must-win for Oklahoma at Alabama. With the remaining games on their schedule after Alabama, their only 2 wins being 18 Michigan and 23 Tennessee. I think if they lose this game at Alabama, their playoff chances as a 3-loss team are done. BYU drops down 5 spots to 12. Utah at 13. I think both those teams are overrated. I would put them behind Vanderbilt and Miami, but again, I digress. Miami jumps up 3 spots. For their circumstance, they got to pray. They got to hope that the CFP committee reevaluates them. They got to win out convincingly, which isn't a guaranteed. 16 through 25, I like how it is. I love that the group of 5 is finally getting represented with USF at 24. We got a new team with Cincinnati at 25. I like that Iowa's still in the top 25. 17 USC and 18 Michigan. If USC runs the table and beats Iowa this weekend and then they beat 8 Oregon on the road, they have a 97% chance of making the college football playoff. If you're a Michigan fan, even despite if they were to beat Ohio State for the 5th or 6th time straight, I can't count, it's been so many times, they would be at a disadvantage because of the head-to-head game against USC. USC would have the head-to-head advantage over Michigan despite them beating the #1 team in the country. Be sure to follow for more college football content.